All right, welcome to this Wisdom Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about what I call the 5C formula for confidence, the 5 C's of confidence. I first came across this idea from a guy named Dan Sullivan, who has his 4 C's of confidence. I've added one more to it, but there's one more piece to it that you need to really have confidence. So why do we need confidence? I feel like in life, one of the greatest keys to life is that we are continually growing. If we're going to be continually growing, that requires that we learn and master new skills. It could be that you're moving into a new job or you're moving into a new role. Maybe you've just stepped into a position of leadership. You're constantly trying to grow and expand in the areas of your life. Maybe you're trying to get better at nutrition or fitness, or you're trying to learn about finances and business, whatever it is you're trying to learn about. We need to be constantly growing and expanding. For me, one of the things I've been trying to learn lately is to try to play the guitar, and I've had to go through this same 5-part progression to build up confidence in trying to learn how to play the guitar and be confident in playing the guitar. So what is the 5-part formula? Number 1, dealing with condemnation. So a lot of times we get ready to learn some new skill. We want to try to get confidence or increase our confidence in something, and we have a lot of condemnation, thinking, oh, I could never do that. That's not possible for me. It's just my history. You don't know what I've been through. I can't do that. We have a lot of condemnation a lot of times where we're beating ourselves up, thinking that things aren't possible for us. We have to learn to roll that away and be willing to at least try and be willing to at least grow and to develop a new mindset in that area. So we have to, number 1, deal with condemnation first, because if I have condemnation, it zaps confidence almost immediately. If I have condemnation in an area, it's guaranteed that you're going to be lacking in confidence in that area. So number 1, deal with condemnation. Number 2 is I have to make a commitment to go after the thing, to improve in it, and to develop my confidence in that area, to expand my capabilities in the area. So number 1 is deal with condemnation. Number 2 is make a commitment. I have to commit to move forward on that thing. The idea, it's interesting, in the Hebrew language, the word for commit is actually a word picture for rolling a ball. So once you commit, once you let it go, it's done. You can't take it back. So this idea of we have to make a firm commitment and begin to move forward on it, which leads us to our 3rd C, which is courage. I need a moment, a burst of courage to get started, to get the ball rolling, to actually get moving on things. I need a burst of courage. Now, in my book, Cracking Heaven's Code, we talk a lot about courage. We talk about how courage is a now thing. It's a today thing. Courage only lasts for a moment. It only lasts for a day, and we have to stir up our courage a lot of times just to get started. So I have to get rid of the condemnation. I have to make a commitment to do it, to get started, and I need a burst. I need a momentary burst of courage just to break the inertia and to get started, because a lot of times the hardest step is the first step, and just breaking that inertia and getting started. So condemnation, commitment, courage. And when I finally take that step and I begin to take steps of courage on a daily basis, I'm going to develop capability. So as I begin to develop capability in whatever new skill sets that I'm developing, I get rid of condemnation, I commit, take a step of courage, and continue to take steps of courage, and then I'm going to develop capability. And as I finally develop more and more capabilities, that leads to confidence. So the 5 C's of confidence. Condemnation, get rid of condemnations. Make a commitment. Take a momentary burst of courage, take a step, get going, break the inertia, develop capability, and then finally that leads to increased levels of confidence. I hope this helps you. As a little 5-part formula that I found to be useful. This formula actually comes from a new program I have called 40-Day Refresh, where the goal of 40-Day Refresh is to work on developing a 1-year plan for moving forward. Inside of that 1-year plan, there's probably going to be some areas of growth and things you need to be improving on, and skill sets that you need to be developing. When you look at your life and where you want to be moving in your life, there's probably some skill sets you got to be growing in those areas. So this 5-part formula for confidence is part of that program, 40-Day Refresh. It's completely free. You can go to danielfoley.net/40-day refresh and get access to that material there. It'll walk you through the process of developing a 1-year plan that you can be moving forward with in your life, hopefully over the next year.